What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lantern, bringing you guys the first episode of the weekly recap series for the NCL or the Nimbasa City League. I love this series. If you don't know and you're not a coach in the league, I do a weekly recap in the Discord server for the league every single week, covering the top killing attacks, the league leaders in kills and differential, and closer to playoffs, I cover all of the clinching and elimination scenarios for every team. This series is going to cover pretty much what I do in the server, but we'll talk about the matches a little bit. We'll sort of recap the matches. You guys will get that a little bit in the Pick'em series as well, I believe, from Jed, but I also want to sort of talk about it as well. So, heading right into things, let's talk about move kills. So, as of week one, the move kills that are at the top of the leaderboard are Ice Beam with 5 kills, Toxic with 4, Ironhead with 3 kills, and Ironhead's actually tied with Hidden Power and Gyro Ball. All three of them have 3 kills, but I didn't want to put 5 things on the slide. There are 35 unique move kills. I'm not going to name all of them, but the first being Ice Beam and the last being Giga Impact. Um, I know a lot of people were saying Earthquake was going to be the league kill leader. I had high hopes for Ice Beam, and I think it's going to do a lot of work this season. No crunch kills like I was expecting. There was at least one frustration kill. Yeah, one frustration kill, so that was called out by somebody. Moonblast, someone said it has 1 kill. I can't remember who said Moonblast in their coach profile. And Toxic is just annoying to see up there because it sort of means that people are selling each other out. Ironhead was actually surprisingly a big move kill leader at the beginning of the season, and it's picked up 3 kills. We'll sort of talk about why that is in a second. Hidden Power always seems to have a lot of kills, people teching on super effective hidden powers, and Gyro Ball seems to be really popular this week because of a certain pair of Mons that we'll also talk about in the move kill leaders. So there were 35 unique move kills, and I definitely forgot to highlight it. Sorry, we actually just changed over to the new slide deck, but there were 4 unique Z move kills. You'll see that next week. The Z move kills aren't highlighted in yellow at the moment. 4 unique Z moves. Supersonic Sky Strike got 1 kill. All Out Pummeling got 1. Shattered Psyche got 1, and Bloom Doom got 1. So all pretty cool in terms of move kills. Now, in terms of the kill leaders, the top 3 kill leaders this week, finishing in order, are Nidoking, Cresselia, Excadrill, are the first 3, and then Zapdos is actually tied with them for number 1 position. They all have 3 kills, and they are all +3 differential. Nidoking, Excadrill, and Zapdos all have 3 direct kills, and Cresselia has 1 direct kill and 2 passive kills, both those being toxic. Nidoking is coached by the Adelaide Overheat, had a really good week this week. Cresselia coached by the Cleveland Escavaliers, Excadrill coached by the Krabby Kadabbies, and Zapdos coached by the Tampa Bay Weasels. In second place, which you can't actually see on here, but I'll go through. In second place, we've got a 3-way tie between Garchomp, Melodic, and Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn being one of the reasons why Gyro Ball is so high. Garchomp got 3 direct kills and 1 death. Melodic got 2 direct kills, 1 passive kill, 1 death. Ferrothorn got 1 direct kill, 2 passive kills, 1 death. They're all tied with a +2 differential, and they all actually had 3 kills as well. And then tied for third is Zoroark, Gligar, Tapu Bulu, Mew, Mega Aerodactyl, and Ferroseed. All of them had +1 differential, and then everything from that is either +0 or lower. So Zoroark had 2 kills, 1 death, Gligar had 1 kill, Bulu had 1 kill, Mew had 1 kill, Mega Arrow had 2 kills, 1 death, and Ferroseed had 1 kill. Another reason why Gyro Ball was up there so high. Zoroark actually got the Shattered Psyche kill, which is kind of cool. Rotom-Mow ended up getting the Bloom Doom kill. I don't know if I remember what got the All Out Pummeling kill. What got the All Out Pummeling kill? I can't entirely be sure anymore. I honestly cannot remember what was used that got the all-out pummeling kill. It might have been Jirachi. I'm not entirely sure. So, anyways, we'll just sort of move on. I definitely didn't talk about who all of the rest of them were coached by, but it doesn't matter. Only the top 3 really matter. I named them all in the server, so if you're in the server, you saw it. Next up, sort of talk about each team. So the first up is the Adelaide Overheat, coached by my buddy Jed. Don't worry about clinching and elimination scenarios. I just decided not to delete those because then it would look like an empty slide, but he has no clinching or elimination yet. It's only week 1. He managed to be second in Hoenn at the end of this week. He played the first match against Nacho and the Detroit Terravolts. They had a really solid match, and it came right down to the wire. It was only a 1-0. Nidoking ended up cleaning up that game, I believe, and it was a pretty solid match from both sides. Next up was Monster or Austin and the Atlanta Raptors. He is now third in Sinnoh, winning his game against Phil or Pip and the Wiltshire War Turtles. Not a lot of people had faith in him, including himself, and he pulled out a really clean win with some really good prep on his part. Next up is the Cleveland Cavaliers from Rudiger67, or my buddy Dom. He is first in the Hoenn Conference with a 1-0 +4 differential. He is also tied for first in the entire league with that record. He had a really solid win against the Seattle Raptors and Corona, bringing a lot of cool stuff and prepping pretty well, although Cresselia toxicking things to death was kind of annoying to watch. Next up was Nacho and the Detroit Terribles. He's actually fifth in the Sinnoh Conference after losing to Jed and the Adelaide Overheat. Again, really close match. Could have gone either way. If he had kept the same Celesteela set, then Nacho actually wins that game. So it's kind of a 50-50 up in the air there. Next up was Matt and the Green Bay Glycopods. I actually defeated Matt. And so Matt is fifth in the Hoenn Conference. He played pretty well. He had some really cool prep like the Koba Berry, Volcarona, and he actually showed me his Regice set after the game, and it was really cool. But ended up not picking up the win and is tied for the last record in the league. Oh, it's only week 1. I know Matt, and he's going to come back with a vengeance. Next up was Cade and the Krabby Kadabbies picking up a clutch win over Jay and the UNC Wingles. Really close match. Cade, even though he won, is actually fourth in the Sinnoh Conference because the Sinnoh Conference is pretty stacked at the moment. Yeah, really close game. It came down to Excadrill kind of cleaning things up late game. Next up is myself, Ian, and the Ladder and Lantern. We are tied for first in the entire league, and we're first in the Sinnoh Conference because of our 4-0 win over Matt and the Green Bay Glycopods. I probably could have played that game a little bit better and made it a 5-0, but really solid game on my part. I actually ended up not having to bring the Hail Core out at all. I only used 4 Mons in that match. Next up is Corona and the Seattle Raptors, tied for last in the league and 6th in the Hoenn Conference. Unfortunately, did not have a fantastic start against Rudiger and the Cleveland Cavaliers, although it was a really cool match. He brought Life Orb Ditto, which was really cool prep that I'd never seen before, and ended up copying Bulk Up Tapu Bulu, which worked out in the end, I think, overall. Yeah, it was a really cool game, honestly. Zeraora didn't really get to do much. It clicked Plasma Fist once against FizzDef Cresselia, and it clicked Fake Out twice, so that match definitely showed me that Zeraora is not tier 1, but we'll sort of see how it goes throughout the season. Magic and the Snow Point City Blizzard are 6th in the Sinnoh Conference. He ended up losing 2-0 to Ben and the Tampa Bay Weasels. Pretty close match, actually. Magic could have pulled it out at the end there, but he ended up wasting a few Leech Seeds that he may not have needed to. Yeah, pretty much that. Ben beat Magic and is second in the Sinnoh Conference with a 1-0 +2 differential. There were a lot of 1-0 games this week, so he got up there because he had the 1 differential point. Differential always matters, guys. Always matters. Yeah, really good game from Ben. Zapdos ended up just stalling Magic out. That's pretty much all I had to say about the game. Jay in the UNC Wingles, he had an unfortunate misstep with his Gothitelle missing a move. May have been able to do something with that. I don't really know how much it mattered. Probably would have gone, the game probably would have gone a little bit faster. And if he had Heat Wave on Tornadus, I generally believe that he would have, he could have won if he had Heat Wave on Tornadus. I'm not entirely sure if he did or not, but he didn't click it if he did. Yeah, I don't really remember the match too much, but there you go. He's third in the Hoenn Conference with his record, and fourth in the Hoenn Conference, and last is Phil or Pip and his Wiltshire War Turtles. He ended up losing a very close game to Austin and the Atlanta Raptors. Again, very, very, very close game. I would highly recommend going to watch Austin's side of the battle whenever he posts it. So that is it for the weekly recap for week 1. Very quick. I kind of want to make these about as quick as possible. Just go over all the teams. They'll get a little bit longer as we get closer to playoffs because I'll sort of have to highlight the clinching and elimination scenarios. But that's all from me, and I will catch you guys for the transactions video.